Hello, hello, Virgo, and welcome to Stars with Stasi. This is your weekly reading for March 31st through April 6th, or whenever you come across this message, it's meant for you. I've already shuffled your cards, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this week's message. We do have Mercury retrograde happening from April 1st through April 25th. And that's happening in your 8th house, right? So that's very Scorpio energy. That's all about your shared resources, intimate relationships, transformation, death, taxes, all the things. So this Mercury retrograde is going to have you reevaluating, right? How you share your resources with others, perhaps your intimate relationships, things like that. So we've got number 17, Eye of the Needle, intentionality, right? Number 17 reduces to the number 8. 8 is about creation, right? Bringing things into manifest form, the abundance of it all, material gains. So Eye of the Needle, being intentional, right? Because you bring about what you think about. So this is being intentional about what you say and what you do. I've got the White Witch. This came up for Aquarius and I think Gemini. It came up for all the air signs last week. So of all the cards, this continues to show up. So there's something about being the light and shining your light through potentially some really tumultuous times. I feel like we as a collective are headed towards, maybe not tumultuous times necessarily. It's all about perception, but times where, things are being disclosed and there is a potential for feeling like you've had the wool pulled over your eyes, right? So White Witch, something there about shining through that. And then this reads, what is that? The Enchanter, This literally reads The Enchanter, Deception and Trickery. I was just saying that this week could bring about truths on something, right? So we're going to pull 9 cards and then I'm going to clarify those cards and we're going to see to the best of our ability what this is going to show up for you. Now we do have the solar eclipse on the 8th. So just after this week is over. So just keep in mind that you can start feeling that energy right during the end of the week. So we've got 8 of Swords with the 2 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So you're in your head, and this suggests that you're in your head about your relationship, which is part of what you're reevaluating during this retrograde season. So 2 of Cups is soulmate energy. Doesn't always have to be romantic. Okay, Virgo, this could be a situation where it's somebody that you're a business partner with, a best friend, right? Someone very close to you. Usually it's, someone that you believed you were vibing with. And so there's something about this 8 of Swords energy, and I just see the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, signifying that you're looking at things differently, specifically that. And the Wheel of Fortune shows up. The Wheel of Fortune is about karmic cycles, right? Also, it signifies as well that the universe is supporting, right, the change. And it's also about karmic and fated events as well. So there could be something here happening in your love life. I've got the 9 of Cups. This is a fulfilled energy, also single energy as well. We've got the Chariot card in your central position. The Hermit card. So Hermit, Virgo energy. This is you showing up in your own reading. And with the Chariot card and the 9 of Cups, I feel like you've had a lot of alone time recently, Virgo, because you've got 2 9s. You've got 9, 7, 9. 7's very introspective and spiritual, and things are happening very quickly, right? And I feel like as things are happening and you're finding out and you're maintaining the light, right? This is all about also being in a neutral position. Almost every sign has gotten this. So it's about being pulled as well very quickly towards your true north and pursuing that no matter what. That energy is really, really strong. And if there is, Scorpios, because I'm a Scorpio. So when you're working in the 8th house, it's almost like you will burn down the building. You don't care anymore. You've gotten to the point of total transformation, dark night of the soul energy, right? And when that happens, the best thing you can do is try to stay a neutral ground, because you can't change the outcome. It's fated. You can't change what's going to happen. You have to go with it because it's literally pulling you into a direction that's for your betterment. And so eclipses happen every 6 months. So think back to 6 months a year ago. What were you working on? What were you intending, right? What were you hoping would change in your life? And now that's going to be up for reevaluation again. So I feel like you've spent a lot of time thinking about it. 6 of Swords, that's great news for you. That's better days ahead, right? That's things starting to pan out for you towards the end of the week. We've got the Queen of Swords. I feel that you make some important decisions. Queen of Swords is Aquarius energy, but also this queen sees things very, very clearly. Her head's above the clouds, and she has one arm extended, and the other hand, she's holding the sword. So what does that tell you? It tells you that if you're coming for me with your lies and your deception and whatever else, I can see through it. That's what she says. And I'm not going to allow it. So the sword comes down. But if you come at me with truth, right, a vision, something that is worth listening to, quite frankly, then that's when the hand remains extended. But for the most part, I'm looking at the Two of Cups, the Chariot, and the Queen of Swords all in the central position. I feel, Virgo, that some of you are really going through a change in your romantic sector. Like truly. And if it's not that, it really would be then about reevaluating your shared resources. This is about a partnership. So it may not resonate with everyone, but that's the reading. All right, let's see what else. And I've got Ace of Cups. So there is a new chapter here for you in love if you're looking for it. And I said we're going to clarify all of these, but I find that pretty fascinating because we go from the Two of Cups to the Ace of Cups after the Wheel of Fortune comes in. And I'm seeing here the Nine of Swords. So again, another indicator that there's maybe some sleepless nights, some stress, something about this is keeping you from feeling completely at ease. So let's clarify this Eight of Swords, please. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords for Virgo. 1 second. I see the Hierophant came out, and I'm going to take it because the Hierophant could be about your belief system, but this also can signify marriage. So for those of you that are in a deep commitment, a marriage perhaps, or something similar to that, it's up for evaluation. The Eight of Swords tells me that maybe you're rethinking like the type of commitment you're in as well. That might be the other thing. So even if it's not that, you just might be rethinking, like you might be wanting from an open relationship to a closed relationship or vice versa. Or, you may go from being a single person to a married person or vice versa. So let's see why the Two of Cups. So the Devil energy shows up. And then I want to take this one as well. So the Queen of Cups and the Devil energy. So Devil energy is Capricorn. But the Devil signifies that there is something out of balance here in this relationship, whether it be that there's a mental health issue or depression, this belief that you're stuck in a situation. And also this Queen of Cups, when she shows up here, it's almost like maybe there's a people-pleasing energy here, or that for a long time you've put yourself on the back burner and in your partnership, right? Like there's a definite imbalance with these two, right? One person's stuck in their lower vibration and one person is very forgiving and always nurturing and understanding the needs of another. And it's almost, what I'm hearing? This is an empath and this is a narcissist. And maybe you're in this situation, Virgo, where you're considering if that's what you're involved in. So you're going to have to comment below and let me know, because this is very specific, but it's also not that unlikely, because this is exactly what happens, right? The narcissist is attracted to the light of the empath. And again, I feel that there's more people waking up to this reality. But I have to be honest, that's a really good thing to wake up to, because not only is it healing for the empath, but in time, it is possible that a person who is presenting as narcissistic may see, right, that they want to live differently. And I'm not suggesting that narcissists change their stripes, right? I am suggesting that good people can at times absorb the energies of others and begin to behave like their environment. And sometimes when shown, right, the wrongs that you've been doing, people make changes. So again, comment below, let me know what you think. There's always that theory that true narcissism never changes. But again, I don't know that every single person that acts in that way is always going to be labeled indefinitely as a narcissist. I just feel like in general, this energy is showing up as two people that are, one's ascending and one's not. So again, doesn't necessarily mean that you are with a narcissist, but you're wondering, like, is this behavior normal? This person treats me XYZ way. And I think you're also reevaluating how you show up. So again, I just want to also point out very much so that I don't condone narcissism and that type of relationship, that codependency. It's absolutely the worst case scenario. So I don't want anyone to misinterpret what I've just said, like hold out for that person, they will change. No, leave whatever situation is making you feel less than, right? And you worry about you. This other human being has their own life lessons, right? So I want to be very clear on that. Don't hold out for hope for anyone. Everyone has their own journey. So I'm going to move on from that. I just really don't want to be misinterpreted by anyone. All right. So Wheel of Fortune, moving forward, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune's being clarified by the Queen of Wands. So I feel like what's happening here is that you start coming from this place of complete forgiveness and always letting everything fly within your relationship to, the karmic wheel changes and you're like, you know what, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to be as sexy as I want to be, as attractive as I want to be. I'm very magnetic. And it's like, you're not going to dim your light anymore for the relationship that you've been in, right? Or that you've been entertaining. And I see the Ace of Pentacles, which suggests a new beginning, right? So let's clarify this Nine of Cups, please. 1 second. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, is again, I feel like you're going to be more social here in the near future, and that might cause some problems. So maybe your desire to do more, or maybe you stepped into a situation where you are getting more attention if you're on social media, or you're putting yourself out there more, and that might cause some problems because I've got the Five of Swords here. So the Five of Swords is about disruption and, an argument potentially. Somebody working against you or feeling like, I don't know, this is a little bit revenge. I'm feeling revenge energy, and maybe revenge energy because you want to break free from a situation. And so you've got someone that isn't loving that. All right. And the Four of Swords comes out for the Chariot card. And this is basically stand your ground and try to be calm during this. That's the best thing I can say. Four of Swords almost represents like putting down your weapons. Like maybe this isn't a time to engage. You might really be in a situation where you're having that conversation with your partner about like, listen, I don't know where this is going to go. I need to rethink things. And so of course that disruption, that change is uncomfortable, but it's going to happen pretty quickly, whichever way this goes, right? And hopefully we get to know more, but either way, this conversation's going to be the catalyst for change. So, and it's going to allow you to just, it's almost like this weight comes off your shoulders because you say what you mean and you mean what you say. The Star card, right? So the Star card is the hope after the Tower. And this came up for, whose reading did I just do? Taurus. So this must be a situation where, the earth signs are really getting their moment in the sun, so to speak. So we've got the Hermit card, time alone, thinking, reevaluating. Again, that 8th house energy, the transformation. And here's the hope. Here's the hope, right? It's like, listen, you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Literally, you start to see like, okay, nothing's going to happen except change if I leave this situation, right? I'm going to continue my life. This person will continue their life. Yes, it will happen separately, but both of us have other things to do. And it's almost like for you, Virgo, you just come to this realization towards the end of this week and in the beginning of next week that you're like, this isn't for me. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a best friend, a business partnership, whatever the case is, but it's someone in your intimate circle, right? For the majority of you, it is going to be relationship. So let's see. And comment below if you've already started to experience that shift in your dynamic. Because I feel strongly that's happening for like the entire collective. And it's almost like I get this... I forgot the name. I forgot the name of a board game. It was like I don't know what it's called. When I was younger, there used to be this board game where you would take pieces and I think they were X's and O's, and you'd put them in this little, I think it was like Pop Up or Connect 4 or something. No, I'm mixing up a lot of games. The point is a timer would go off and it would shake it up and like spit them all out. All of that to say, that's the mental image I'm getting, that the collective is basically like, on this timer, and the eclipse happens and it's like, okay, let's shake it all up and put everybody where they belong. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is taking action and moving forward, going towards what you're supposed to be doing. It's literally what I was talking about. So the Eight of Wands was showing when I was looking at the Six of Swords. So you want calmer waters, you want better days ahead. You've just got to make the decision to step into that commitment for yourself. And that means having the hard conversations and committing to the way you really feel. Ace of Swords. I don't know why I said Ace of Swords. In my mind, I saw the Ace of Swords because I feel like you really need to have a conversation of clarity, like, and express that to your partner or to your friends or whomever it is. But I see the Six of Swords and the 10 of Cups coming together. So, it's hard to tell because of the eclipse season, we're going to have certain outcomes concealed from us. Things become much more clear after the solar eclipse in Aries. However, I feel like in terms of your community, your family, your friendships, your happiness, there's better days ahead for you, but there's a catalyst, there's changes that take place. So let's look at the Queen of Swords and find out what that is about. So the Queen of Swords, I'm going to tell you, these cards came out, and I'm going to take all of them to clarify these last two. So fascinating. I will tell you why. Because the last cards are literally the first cards I pulled for you. So I've got the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups being clarified by the Eight of Swords, literally your first card, the Wheel of Fortune, signifying a karmic event taking place, and then the Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles can be looked at as two ways, right? It's either feeling left out, feeling like ousted or like the black sheep, or it could very be that you're walking towards the hope, the light, the church, right? And you are stepping out towards the end of this week of this energy. You started with the energy, and then Ace of Cups, new opportunity is being clarified by that catalyst in the beginning of the week. So I really feel like it's going to be super important for you, Virgo, to speak your mind, to be honest in your partnership, because like I said, it is a fated event, so it's going to happen regardless. And the best thing you can do is try to deliver any messages or any thoughts you've been having with the most loving of tones, right? Because it's going to happen, whatever it is. So the conversation will be the catalyst for change, but this change leads you to a new beginning in love, either with your current partner or wherever it is that you belong. So I hope that resonated for those of you in relationship, or those looking for one. Let's see what your shadow work is this week. What's the shadow work for Virgo, please? What's the shadow work for Virgo? Okay. So excuse me 1 second. I'm going to take the one that I see standing, or Queen of My World, number 24. I love this card, okay, because this card keeps showing up for the collective. And this is basically like you have got to own your power in all situations. This devil energy, right? This is the past. You no longer believe that you're stuck, that you are chained, that you're destined to be in this low vibing or whatever isn't aligning with you. And the Queen of My World is like, this is very much like the vibration of the Queen of Wands. And when it shows up as your shadow work, it's almost like you have to own your greatness, right? You have to step into that room and own it and believe that you own it. And others will believe that you do too. And it's exactly that energy that you have been holding back because the current partnership you're in has you in this energy of like, if I shine too brightly, it's a problem. If I don't go out, it's a problem. If I, go inward, it's a problem. So it's almost like you're in this relationship or a situationship that's preventing you from just expressing all parts of yourself. And that That's the problem. So, queen of my world, like wherever or whoever you are around and with, you have to be able to express your greatness. And others should help you illuminate that, right? And vice versa. So, I think this is time to recalibrate for sure. All right, Virgo, what can you do? What's your empath card for the week? Let's see, how can we take that energy, the restlessness of these shifts, and use it towards the betterment for Virgo? Examining self-identity. I love this. Number 22. So it's a master number, right? Master builder. So twos are about relationship. Fours, 2 + 2 is 4. Fours are about foundation. And this is about examining how you show up in relationship. And I want you to listen to that. How are you showing up in relationship? Are you holding yourself back because you're scared that if you shine too brightly, your partner's going to get jealous? Or is it, like I said, that's that energy of like, it's always a problem. And that's not good for anyone, right? At all. And so this is examining self-identity. Like if you were not around these other energies, would you be living a different life? And if you can't live the life you want in the environment you're in, then it's time to make a shift because you're being called and pulled to live your authentic and true self. All right, Virgo, definitely a lot of changes coming in for you. So hang tight. I really think that when this is all said and done, in 6 months from now, you'll be looking back and saying, wow, things have really, really changed, and I am thankful. So remember that we're all just stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. Feel free to comment, share, like, subscribe. I really appreciate all of the support, guys. And I do weekly readings. Make sure to check out your other placements. If you're looking to book a reading, head over to my website at starswithstasi.com. And everything is in the description box. And until next time, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a great week ahead, Virgo, and shine brightly.